If you're watching us, I assume you already know what all Japanese all the time is, what Japanese immersion is. If you don't, go do what you should do. If you don't, just go to the Moe Way, read their tutorial. I will leave all the links in the description, or just go on YouTube and search for all Japanese all the time explained and try watching some of the videos. Now I will try to explain everything specifically about YouTube, how to set it up, like what you're supposed to watch, what you're supposed to not watch, how to find content. Also, even so I'm talking here specifically about Japanese, the principles here may be applied to other languages also. If you already started watching Japanese YouTube and you don't like it, you most likely already noticed that it is very different from English YouTube, or no matter, also it doesn't matter really what language you speak, Japanese YouTube will be very different, and this is normal. It happened because Japanese YouTube is actually influenced a lot by Japanese television. However, it doesn't mean that all Japanese content is really stupid. I understand, like, it's really hard to find something interesting, and this is the problem I had, this is the problem all my friends had. So because there are no normal explanations on YouTube explaining like what you're supposed to watch, what you're supposed to ignore, where to find good content, I decided to make this one-shot video. So the number one thing I actually recommend you doing is creating a separate YouTube account. So you're not gonna use your main YouTube account to watch Japanese YouTube. No, you're gonna use the separate one. It is very important to use a secondary YouTube account and not your main one, so you can make sure that YouTube recommends you only Japanese stuff. As you can see, I don't have English videos in here. The advantages it gives you is the fact that you're not getting this mess where you have a bunch of different languages. Like, let's say this is time for you to start your immersion session, you open YouTube, you're planning to watch something, and all of a sudden you see I don't know, new PewDiePie videos. At the end, you're just gonna end up wasting all your time watching English content. At one point, you will end up getting English videos in your recommendations. In this case, just like, I don't know, click here, not interested, and you're not interested in this content, and you're not interested in this channel. Also, for some reason, everyone thinks that to create a Japanese YouTube account, you need to use Japanese VPN. It's not true. You can just create any random Japanese YouTube account. After that, go into settings, and you can just select here that your region is Japan. I wouldn't say it's very important to do, you can kind of ignore this step, but well, why not? When you first create your Japanese account, obviously it will be full of English content. The main goal here is to teach YouTube that you're interested in Japanese content only. Good news is there are already pre-created different like YouTube playlists by Japanese learning community. So what you can do is to just open one of these playlists and keep it running on the background while you actually not even watching it. You can just go to sleep while you're kind of training YouTube to show you Japanese media. The best playlists I can actually recommend you are the one made by Refold community. Refold is a mobile app that allows you to track your immersion progress. So yeah, you can just go to this website, open some of them. Doesn't really matter what playlist it is, but yeah, you can actually choose it based on your interest, like coffee enthusiast playlist. Well, wonderful. Yeah, if you're interested in that, you can just open it and keep running it on the background. You just, I don't know, open the video, you can make sure it is playing, and well, yeah, just go. After this video ends, it just will start playing another one, and another one, and another one, and it will go through all of them until it finishes them. As you can see, all the videos in the playlist are from different channels, so this way you will actually show YouTube that you're not interested in particular channel, but it's more like you're interested in Japanese in general. What you also can do is watch it while it is playing and try subscribing to some of these channels. So like, if you're interested in a certain kind of content, you can subscribe to it. Like, for example, if you're interested in VTubers, you can just like subscribe to this VTuber channel. One more thing that you can consider doing is to just searching for the most popular Japanese YouTubers and just subscribe to this channel. So as you can see, like, what we have, Hikakin obviously, Hajime Shacho, and like some other channels. Sushi Ramen is also very popular. So after doing all of that, your recommendations supposed to look something like mine, but the only difference is most of the content here will be not very interesting to watch. Most likely it will be just like random Japanese videos that you're not even interested in. So from here you have several things you can consider doing. The thing that I personally did was just forcing myself to watch all of this. You just like scroll through recommendations, you scroll and scroll and scroll, and at one point you're gonna find something kinda interesting. I say kinda because most likely it will not be interesting to you personally, but for example, you're interested in Minecraft, and at one point YouTube will actually end up recommending you Minecraft videos, so you can just click and watch it. If it's too difficult, you can just ignore it and watch something else after that. And this way, you can kind of show to YouTube that, yes, I am interested in Minecraft, please show more of it. Before I go into my personal list of recommendations, like a list of channels that I personally subscribe to, I genuinely want to show you how to train your YouTube recommendations and how to be able to find content that you're interested in. Because no matter how many channels I show, it is all channels that I'm interested in, not you. So yeah, it would be way more productive if you just learn how to search it on your own. The website I really want to show you is called Filmo, I have no idea how to pronounce it. Basically, this website allows you to search through YouTube subtitles, through manually created subtitles, through subtitles created automatically, and this is actually very helpful for our goal. The main reason is it allows us not just to search for videos with a certain words used, but it also allows us to search for any kind of Japanese content that has manually made subtitles if it is important to you. Or for example, you can search for a content based on specific category that you're interested in. What I recommend you typing here in the search bar is no, like Japanese no sound. Next, you can search for automatic subtitles or manual subtitles. Let's say we are interested in manual subtitles only. We want to make sure that subtitles are as accurate as possible. And here it is, but this is not enough, obviously. It also shows us all the English videos that contain some Japanese words. Maybe it's from, I don't know, from a song or someone just said it. So we clearly need to filter it all out. Fortunately, this website has a really complicated filtering system. If you want to filter it out even more in countries, you can also select Japan to make sure that the video was actually filmed there. So let's say we are interested in traveling specifically. Just go to categories. Here we select traveling. Where is that? Yeah, travel events. But let's say that even this is not enough, so we want to filter it even more. In this case, we just go to filters and we can select, for example, how many views it has. We can filter all of the most popular stuff or the most underground stuff if you're not interested into it. You can filter based on likes, based on video duration, well, you get the point. And again, because we explicitly said that we are interested in manual subtitles only, you can open any video in this list and after opening it, you can make sure that, yes, it actually has manually created subtitles. And where is Japanese? Here it is. It is all manually created. It is 100% accurate. As you can see, it matches all the subtitles that are built inside of the video. And again, it's not necessary to use no. You can also search for other words. Like, I don't know, let's say you're interested specifically in investments or specifically like in certain Minecraft mod. So in this case, you can just like ask ChatGPT what word is used there most often. So let's say I'm searching for Minecraft specifically. You can just type Micra. Wait, I did a big mistake. I still have traveling in my categories. And after removing traveling, well, again, as you can see, we are finding all kinds of Japanese content related to Minecraft. But let's say that even this is not enough to you and you want to find something like specific, something similar to the Japanese version of a well-known English YouTuber. In this case, I actually recommend you going to ChatGPT. The problem with ChatGPT is that it's not perfect in searching for obscure kind of content. So like if you're interested in finding something very underground, most likely it will not be able to find it. But if you just want to find something with general idea, like for example, I want to find Japanese content that is similar to, I don't know, MKBHD tech reviews, then you can actually go and ask it for recommendation. So recommend me a list of Japanese channels that are similar to MKBHD reviews. And we are already getting a pretty big list. We're even getting a direct link to the channel. Wait, it's not a link to the channel, damn. Okay, we are not getting a direct link to the channel, but we are getting the name, which is more important, so you can just go here and search for the channel. Lastly, what I can recommend you using is some like Google Docs lists that contain lots of different videos that you can watch. For example, this one is also made by Refold community. It has a huge list of channels recommendations with like different descriptions. I myself found lots of channels that I'm currently subscribed to using this particular Google Docs. Again, I put all this stuff in the description if you want to check it out. And let's say that your brain just cannot comprehend Japanese YouTube like at all. No matter what you watch, it is always feels alien, it is always feels like really wrong, and you just cannot force yourself to watch it. Well, my number one advice would be to just ignore YouTube completely and go read something in Japanese, I don't know, watch anime in Japanese, watch movies in Japanese, but let's say you specifically want to stick to YouTube. In this case, I can also recommend you to watching Japanese dub. There are lots of English content creators that make Japanese dubbing for their videos. Good example is Mr. Beast, actually. Most of his videos are actually dubbed in Japanese. Like, you can just scroll and see that if the video contains Japanese name, it most likely means that the video was fully dubbed. And because Mr. Beast has lots of money, the dubbing in his videos is always professional.
あっちはプロだよ。関係ない。私たちもそれぞれプロ。
As you can see, they have lots of different voice actors. All voice actors are actually Japanese. Moreover, they even make subtitles. They make it look like really good, so you can mine it using Yomita. If you actually want to find more channels like this, like Mr. Beast dubbing, I recommend you my list, like the list I personally created. Unfortunately, it is all in Russian because I created it for Japanese learning Russian community, but it is not very hard to do. You can just like ignore all of this. You can check the channel's name. Well, this part obviously stands for AI, and here it says professional dubbing, so it was made professionally with real actors. In here you have the link, and right here you have the channel description, but again, it's all in Russian. Maybe you can just can translate the page. This is the only list like this in existence. No one before me ever tried putting all professional dubbing into one Google Docs file. However, keep in mind that lots of professional dubbing is actually made by AI, and I would recommend you being really careful with that, especially if you're only starting learning Japanese, because it can actually end up damaging your Japanese pronunciation in the future. AI dubbing, it is all made using 11 Labs model. It is pretty good, and I would say it is fine to watch it, but don't watch it too much because, yeah, again, it sounds kinda robotic, the pronunciation isn't always perfect. So ideally try watching professional dubbing content instead. There are some extra recommendations and tips I want to make regarding what kind of content to watch. First of all, try watching content based on the N+1 principle. So basically, let's say you're N4. In this case, try watching more of N3 content. Do not stick to something that you understand like 100%. If you're watching a video and you understand everything, this is not very productive. It would be better if you're watching a YouTube video and you understand maybe 80 to 70, maybe 60% of what you're watching. This would be way more helpful to improve your Japanese level. And on the other side, if you're watching a content and you understand absolutely nothing, also, it would be better to ignore this kind of videos. If it is really interesting to you, you can kind of force yourself to watch it, but I would say it is better to save it for the future. Like, just subscribe to this channel and put it somewhere in the like playlist for the future, and instead go watch something simpler. Another thing that no one really pays attention to, and for some reason no one ever like mentions it, there are lots of content creators on YouTube that don't talk that much. So like, for example, it is very noticeable if you're watching stream VOD, like someone playing a game, for example, and he says maybe, 5-6 words every minute. This is extremely slow. This is very unproductive. I don't recommend you watching it. If you're watching this kind of content, I at least highly encourage you to use ASBPlayer extension. The main reason why I recommend it is because it has this built-in compression option that allows you to skip all the silence on YouTube. Like, let's say I want to watch Korone playing Elden Ring. So what I do here is I just open the video itself with ASBPlayer installed. Then I pause the video. While it paused, I just click here. I turn on the condensed option. Again, it is very important to mention that this option works only if the video has subtitles. It can be automatically created subtitles, and obviously it will be less accurate, but I would say it is still kind of accurate enough if you're just interested in skipping silence. Okay, I think I mentioned everything regarding setting up your YouTube channel, how you're supposed to find channels. Now I want to go through my personal list. Again, it is my personal list. It is like the list of channels I'm interested in. It is the list of channels that is like fits my Japanese level, and so on and so on. So the most important part of this video is the beginning, where I explained how to find content. But again, if you're interested in what specifically I'm watching and what I suggest you watching, well, yeah, this part is for you. At first, I want to talk about N5 and 4 level content, if you're like complete beginner. First of all, it's pain. You're not gonna find anything interesting here, I guarantee you. Maybe in N4 level you're gonna find something, and I do actually have some recommendations for you, but if you're N5 and 4, I don't know, just go and watch language practice videos, like, I don't know, go here, type Japanese listening practice, and yeah, most of the content here will be N4, N5 level. The best N5 channel I can recommend you, actually it's not even a channel, it's a particular playlist, is Teppei. Teppei is a guy who makes content for language learners, like in particular Japanese, obviously. And he has a huge Japanese playlist, 1,500 videos, Japanese podcast for beginners. Keep in mind that this is, again, N5 level. It's not even N4, it is N5 level, but I highly recommend you watching it if you're a complete beginner and if you don't know anything about Japanese. In short, what he does here is he just like introduces one new word every episode and he tries to use it as much as possible. Next, let's assume you're N4. In this case, I also have a recommendation for you. The channel is called Iroiro no Nihongo. This guy is Polish, however his Japanese is pretty good and it is genuinely very interesting to watch. I would say his channel is genuinely the first interesting Japanese channel I found. As you can see, he's very active, he's still making videos regularly. What he does is usually he takes a piece of manga or anime and he just analyzes it. He just reads it, explains everything, explains what words really mean. Obviously, it's all in Japanese. Really good channel. I've watched lots of his videos like a year ago, 2 years ago, when my Japanese wasn't that good. He even has like a podcast where he's talking about some stuff. He gives lots of different recommendations regarding immersion and all Japanese all the time principle. Okay, now the most interesting part, N3, N2, N1. One extra thing that I wanted to mention regarding my channels. I'm not just saying different channels that I personally enjoy watching. No. I'm specifically mentioning channels that, first of all, I'm subscribed to. Secondly, that have a big, like, really strong concentration of speech. What I mean by that? I mean that there are no pauses, basically. As I said it before, it is very important to watch content in which someone is constantly speaking. If you're just watching someone playing the game and he's not really talking much, this is kind of useless. That's not the reason why you're watching the content in the first place. So, all the channels I mentioned here, I'm subscribed to them, they speak a lot, and they use good language. But again, by good language, I mean usually it's not N5 and 4, it is usually N3, N2, N1 kind of content. Okay, so I created something like a list in here of all the channels I want to go through. Because 99% of people that are trying to learn Japanese, most likely they are all VIPs, so I obviously will go through VTubers and everything VTubers related. I've watched lots of them, and out of all VTubers I personally watched, I really wanna mention Okayu, because in my opinion, out of all VTubers I watched, she has clearly the easiest Japanese. She speaks really slow, and at the same time she speaks a lot. She has her own problems, and when I say problems, I mean the way she plays games, because out of all VTubers I've watched, she's the most useless one. Absolutely. She cannot beat anything, but at the same time her Japanese is really good and very cozy and like easy to listen to. If you're just beginning like watching VTubers, watching something made by Japanese people and you're interested in games, I highly recommend you to check her content. Next is my personal favorite, Korone. The reason why she's my personal favorite is because, first of all, she knows how to play games. She's not professional, but she knows how to play it. Secondly, and most importantly, she talks a lot. Thirdly, she doesn't talk very fast, so she talks very clean and easy to understand. At the same time, she plays lots of games, like lots of games. I wanted to say recently, but actually it was more like maybe it was a year ago already, I don't remember. She basically finished Elden Ring. She played it for 21 episodes in total. Each one is between 5 to 9 hours, which is like, yeah, really good. Also, it is kind of unrelated, I just thought that I want to mention it. The problem with streams, with like stream VODs that you watch here, is obviously the fact that all subtitles here are auto-generated, and I was particularly interested in watching her playing Elden Ring, so I thought about generating my own subtitles. I will go into more details about that like later on. Basically, I have a GitHub repository to which I upload all subtitles I generate myself. To generate these subtitles, I use Whisper AI, which is the most high quality, the most like powerful AI model we have nowadays for generating subtitles. I use the strongest version, the most powerful one. I use RTX 4070 for that, and the reason why I mentioned it is because I particularly generated subtitles for, as I remember, 18 in total. Oh, 19 actually. 20, yeah, damn, 20. So I have 20 subtitles here for Korone playing Elden Ring. So yeah, if you're interested in that, and if you want to watch her playing Elden Ring, just like go to my GitHub repo. I will leave the link in the description, and yeah, just download the file, just paste it into the video. To paste the subtitle into the YouTube video, you will need to use ASBPlayer extension, which is also open source and fully free. Next is Pekora. We all know Pekora, and I guess you know that she speaks really damn fast. But I actually think, well, when my Japanese improved, I think it is actually not very difficult to watch. She also played lots of different games. She played Elden Ring, I think. She played some other Souls games. Again, all her streams are here. She talks a lot. She's very famous because the way she talks, because it's really fast. At the same time, it's not difficult to understand. I also made some subtitles for her content, as I remember. Yeah, it's right here. I made subtitles for her playing Dark Souls for how many episodes? I think 8 episodes in total, I guess. And this Chinese Souls-like game. I also made subtitles for this one. Next goes Botan. The reason why I want to mention her is because out of all VTubers, she is the most skillful one, and she's the smartest one, like unironically. If you just check her playing Elden Ring, you can understand what I'm talking about. She's just insane. She talks a lot, she speaks very clearly. Well, yeah, you get the point. This channel, it is not a particular VTuber, it is highlights channel. He's basically just making highlights of different VTubers. The reason why I like this guy so much is because he's putting subtitles on the screen. You cannot really mine it. However, what I usually do is, let me show it. Because I'm using ASBPlayer, I usually enable subtitles. I also put it always on the top. And while watching, I read subtitles right here. And if I see a word I don't know, I usually just compare it to subtitles on the top. If I see the word matches, that means that, well, subtitles were accurate enough. I just check it and I add it to Anki if it's necessary. Raifu. This is very obscure VTuber. No one really knows about her. She has like, what, 7,000 subscribers. The reason why I started watching her a lot at one point is because she's absolutely insane. When I say she's insane, I mean she's like, just check it out, like 1 hour ago, 1 day ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, and you may think that it goes like maybe for a year maximum. No, it goes for years. She's absolutely crazy. She records so freaking much, and she talks a lot. That's the reason why I like her stuff. Also, she played Skyrim. She played Skyrim with mods, without mods. She's the only VTuber I actually know who played Skyrim. Vtuber no Buheya, another highlights channel. As you can tell from the names, same logic, just different highlights, like really good high quality subtitles inside of the videos. As I said, you're like just reading it while your auto-generated subtitles are on the top, and you just compare it and add stuff that you don't know. Next category are vlogs. In here, well, you can probably guess I'm putting like vlogs stuff. The first one is this girl. I think this is the only female channel I genuinely watch a lot, because, well, this is N3 level, it is very easy to watch, it is kinda cozy, very interesting, like, unironically, she's just talking about her regular lifestyle, life stuff, like taking notes in her book, like, I don't know, just random shit. HikakinClipTV. The reason why I put it into vlogs is because he has lots of Twitch highlights where he's just talking about his personal life stuff. And it is interesting, in my opinion, sometimes. Because if you try watching like main Hikakin channel, you understand that this is extremely fucking boring. It is usually made for kids. And the reason why I like watching his highlights is because during his highlights, he actually talks like a normal human being. This one was actually really funny to watch, where he explains how he got into hospital. Next channel is this one. As you can see, it is owned by foreigners. In here, they usually just talk about some foreigner problems. It is not content made for foreigners and for language learners, which I really like. They usually make content for Japanese people, and they just discuss some, like, I don't know, different foreigner stuff, like what they experience, what they usually think about different political things. It is funny, in my opinion. This is the next VTuber in the list, and for some reason I put it into vlogs. I think this is because most of her recent videos are just vlogging, where she's just talking about stuff in her real life. Yeah, she's a woman. I don't know why I specified that. Okay, this is the second female channel that I usually watch, because, well, not because of that, no, not because of that, because she speaks a lot, and good stuff, yeah, genuinely interesting to watch. Keep in mind that she's bilingual, she speaks English really well, so if you hear her speaking English, just skip it. Suit channel. Everyone knows this guy in Japan. This channel is not his travel... Wait, is it his traveling channel? Because he has 3 channels in total. I think he has more than 3 channels. I will mention all of them. First of all, this is difficult content. This is N2 territory, sometimes it is N1 territory. He talks a lot, and the way he talks, well, you understand that this is made for adults. It's not kids content at all. He's making some really good traveling vlogs. He's really into trains. Japanese people, they are for some reason really into trains. You're gonna find lots of train videos. So yeah, if you're into trains, if you're into traveling, I highly recommend you checking this channel. Also, he has a different traveling channel where he, well, as you can tell, he's traveling around the world. What is that, Switzerland? In particular, I really enjoyed watching his Japanese traveling videos, like when he traveled to this island was very interesting to watch, when he traveled to like also some obscure places in Japan that no one really knows about. And on top of that, he has more like a personal vlog channel. I also watched it a lot, where he just talks about random stuff. If you try opening some of my streams, you can sometimes see me watching him, is because it is usually it is a good channel to practice your listening, because the way he speaks is very complicated. It's not something easy to understand. YUYU no Nihongo Podcast. Everyone who is trying to learn Japanese knows about him. Like, literally everyone. He has, what, how many? 500,000 subscribers at this point. This is literally the most popular listening practice Japanese channel. I started with him, actually. If you're searching for a low attention, like passive listening background content, I would say he's the best thing you can start with. This is N-free content. It's not easy, but it's not difficult at the same time. If you're searching for something in between, and if you're just searching for a content that you can listen to in the background, well, yeah, again, really good thing to check. This guy, I don't even remember how I found him, to be honest. He has less than 7,000 subscribers. The reason why I like him so much is because he has this, like, cozy, low-quality style, I guess, the one that we like on Japanese YouTube so much, when there is no editing, no stupid sound effects, no subtitles everywhere. It's just a guy talking about random stuff. And as you can see, he's a foreigner, which kind of explains why his content is so cozy, no stupid editing. He's just talking about random life stuff. Also, his channel is really old, damn, 14 years ago. This channel belongs to the same guys that are responsible for the previous Foreigners channel that I mentioned already. Here, the same logic, they just talk about lots of foreigner things, but they do it for the Japanese people, not for foreigners, so it is not language learning content. I mentioned Teppei already, but I mentioned specifically his beginner course with 1,500 videos in total. However, the reason why I'm mentioning him here again is because he actually has other podcasts. He has this podcast where he's talking about his regular stuff in life. It is N3 level, maybe even N2 level, and the thing I like the most about his channel are his streams. He apparently stopped streaming, as you can see, it's 1 year ago, 2 years ago, but his streams are really cozy. Like, actually, really cozy. He's a really funny person. I will mention 2 more channels that are made for language learners. This guy helped me a lot. This is the first Minecraft, well, he's not a Minecraft YouTuber, but this is the first Minecraft content on Japanese YouTube that I found interesting to watch. As you can see, he's usually just talking a lot, like 1 hour podcast. However, he also has Minecraft videos, where he's playing Minecraft, commenting everything. He's not professional, but it is interesting to watch. Bite-size Japanese. She helped me a lot when I first started transitioning to N3 level. I really like the way she talks. Very easy to listen, and topics are usually also very interesting, the topics she chooses to discuss. Again, nothing else to add. This is the last language learning channel I would suggest. Okay, I'm finished with blogs. Now we are moving to traveling. This channel, as you can tell, it is specialized on mountain climbing. I like her stuff. She talks a lot. Very often when she's not talking much, she's just like starting to talk in the background. So kinda you're constantly listening to her speaking. Sometimes she uses some difficult grammar, not even grammar, some difficult words that are related to mountain climbing. Japanese people are really into traveling, mountain climbing, camping, RVs. I will talk more about RVs later. Americano Taira. I put it into traveling, and I don't know why. I guess I just didn't know where else to put it. This is American dude, and he makes content for Japanese people. I don't know, I don't even know how I discovered it. I just got his videos in my recommendations, and if you're American, I guess it's not something very interesting to you, but to me personally it was very, well, cool, I guess, to watch how Americans live, and it all was explained in perfect Japan. Okay, not perfect, he has a strong accent, but it is interesting to watch, at least. If you are just like me and you're interested in the very fucked up kind of content, which is like very edgy, which is very like, I don't know, toxic, and if you always wanted to see what kind of toxic content Japanese YouTube can suggest, Onadan. I mean, there is nothing else I can say here. This guy is Asmongold, but from Japanese YouTube. And as you can see, he's not Japanese, he's French, because his level of toxicity, Japanese people just cannot handle it. He is kinda racist, but at the same time he's funny. And yeah, again, great content, but keep in mind this is not very easy to watch. This is N2, it's not N1, I would say. Also, his channel is getting blocked sometimes for obvious reasons, so he has lots of mirrors, he has lots of like other channels that he uses. Where was it? There is like actually a huge list somewhere. This is Onadan again. The reason why I want to mention this channel in particular is because this is his traveling channel. Onadan been to Japan only twice, and the second time he is there right now, as you can see, like 24 hours ago. He's currently in Japan. I mentioned this cat channel in particular because he actually had some really interesting traveling videos in which he's just walking around, showing things, discussing it. Yeah, like this one where he was just touching random vending machines. I found it really cozy to watch, unironically. It was very interesting in my opinion. Energy drinks reviews, damn, it was really fucking cool. I highly recommend you checking it out. Traveling again, female channel, again, sorry for specifying that, I don't know why I keep doing this. Bikes, mostly biking, camping, usually it's biking. She's talking a lot, cozy, really cool, nothing special, but at the same time very interesting to watch. Also RVs, I love RVs content. If you're into RVs, Japanese YouTube is the place for you. You're gonna find so much things to watch here. Oh, look at this, another female content. I really like her traveling videos. She's uploading actively 2 days ago, 8 days ago, 9 days ago. She's currently in Thailand. She also traveled to, what is it? Yeah, this is Vietnam, China, again Thailand. Usually, as I remember, she's usually traveling specifically around Asian countries. Yeah, Korea, Vietnam again Thailand. I am not saying anything about this. Let me put it like this. She speaks very clearly. I like her Japanese. She speaks slowly. She shows interesting stuff. When I say interesting stuff, I mean the traveling stuff. Good content. Genuinely good content. Also RVs. Wait, it's not RV, or is it? Can we call it RV? Well, this is RV for sure. Good traveling content, like genuinely, for real, good videos. Hiroki, I don't know why I put this guy so low in the list. This guy is my #1 favorite Japanese traveling content. #1. He's the best. There is no comparisons. He travels to the most obscure places you can think of, not only Japan, but also around the world. He traveled to this like random islands in the middle of nowhere. What is that? Singapore, I assume. Traveled to Singapore. The most interesting videos he has, in my opinion, are the one in which he travels to not very well-known places inside of Japan. Like, for example, when he picks a random prefecture and just travels to the edge of it, or when he just picks a random island that no one talks about, it travels there. In particular, I would recommend you watching, yeah, like basically just sort for his most popular videos and check this. This one was, oh my god, when he traveled to, is it Shizuoka? I think it's Shizuoka prefecture, but I'm not sure, sorry, maybe I'm wrong. When he traveled to this part on the top of it, damn, it was so freaking cozy. And lastly, the last channel regarding traveling I want to show is this guy. The main point here is that he's traveling to abandoned places. In Japan, there are lots of abandoned villages, abandoned like small cities, abandoned houses, because people are usually moving to the Tokyo, they move to Kyoto, basically to big cities, and because of that, there is lots of interesting places that no one really knows about, somewhere in the middle of Japan, in random prefectures. The whole point of this channel is just him and his cameraman. They travel there, they film it, they walk around. Next, we are moving to my number one favorite category, Minecraft. I want to start with Taichi. First, I want to mention that specifically regarding Minecraft content, Japanese content is really good, unironically really good. For example, this channel Taichi, these guys, it's not one person, it is like several people. I think it's like the whole Minecraft server. The whole point here, as you can tell, is building some huge things in Minecraft. It is usually made as a time-lapse and he's non-stop commenting everything on the background, so there are no pauses at all. Yeah, really good content, really good content. This guy, it is different, it is not building crazy things, it is mostly about survival. Sometimes he has architecture videos where he explains how to build things. Wait, it's not even Minecraft. Yeah, this is Minecraft. I think here he also explains similar stuff. The best things I've watched on his channel are surviving for 100 days. Well, you all know this kind of content. He explains everything, he talks a lot, everything is made in an interesting way. His mic is really good, his Japanese is relatively easy, I would say N2, N3, something like that. Kyo, I want to specify here that this content is mostly made for kids, because he's very often overreacting, which is very annoying, but I would say he's balancing it. He's not doing it in an annoying way. The reason why I like him is because he makes videos where he explains how to build certain farms. Yeah, he has like lots of those beginner farms, beginner, like infinite iron. Next goes Udon. Out of all Minecraft channels, he's number one. No questions asked. Udon is just the best channel I know about Minecraft. He is basically making just like random survival videos with episodes. As you can see, he's progressing. There are several reasons why I like him so much. Number one reason, he is not overreacting. Number two, he talks a lot. Number three, his Japanese is kinda complicated. Out of all Minecraft channels I know, he speaks the most like difficult way possible, which is good to me personally. To me, this is really good because this is what I want to watch. I'm still into Minecraft, but all the channels about Minecraft are too easy. And Udon provides me the perfect content I currently need. Another thing I really like about his content is that after finishing all these episodes, he usually just uploads one really long version, which is compressed into one video, like right here, like 3 hours long, survival through 1 day to 6 day. Yeah, like those 11 hours long videos, I actually watched every single one of them, where he just compresses all 30 episodes into one video. The editing is really quick, he's talking non-stop. Like, when I mean it, non-stop, not a single pause. I have no idea how he manages to do this, but this is great for listening practice. Next one is this. This is very similar to Taichi. He's also, well, it's not him, it is like a server. They're also building some crazy things together. 2 days ago, he released this video in which they were kind of breaking Minecraft, getting some blocks that you shouldn't be getting. Very interesting to watch, genuinely. Also, they have some videos where they build huge stuff, like in here, for example. Shirokuro. This guy, I really like him specifically because of his, because of his survival videos. He has like a I think he even has a playlist just for that, but I'm not really sure. He has lots of videos where he survives in some really weird Minecraft worlds, like where everything is made out of dirt, where everything is made out of, I know, something else, out of iron, out of glass. He apparently also tried beating this world where you're spawning under the lava. Interesting to watch, he comments a lot. His Japanese is easy. If you're searching for easy to watch content, I would recommend you him. Haru to YUYU. This channel, as you can see, it belongs to YUYU. This is their second channel. Here they upload games. They upload them playing Minecraft, Peak, all the stuff. YUYU knows that when you're learning Japanese, you need to be listening a lot. So the biggest advantage of this channel is the fact that while playing, they talk a lot. They talk between each other, and it's all in N3 level. Really good channel, in my opinion. If you just start getting into more difficult content, but at the same time, real Japanese YouTubers are still too difficult. Taba, or 28, I have no idea what part of this is his nickname. He makes, well, you can already tell that he makes lots of from 1 day to 100 day Minecraft survival. It is all speeded up, and on the background he's commenting it, so he talks a lot. He has like, what is it, Skyblock? I think it's Skyblock. Really interesting to watch. He has also like lots of different collaborations with other Minecraft YouTubers. And the last Minecraft channel I want to recommend you is this one. This guy is all about architecture. In short, yeah, he just like builds houses, explains how to build them, and at the same time he's commenting everything he does. Very good if you are, well, into this, I guess, yeah, into building stuff in Minecraft. Now we are moving to tech stuff, like technologies, IT related things, software things, and so on, because I really like watching it. I want to recommend you this guy. It is all about VR. If you're into VR, this is the best channel I can recommend you here. Everything here is about well, VR, apparently. Different random VR glasses reviews, some VRs that are like really expensive and no one really buys it, but he bought it just to make a video review. This guy, I discovered him kinda recently, maybe a week ago. He's not very... Oh, wait, no, he is very popular. It's just for some reason I discovered him recently. This guy is very similar to MKBHD, I guess. Tech reviews, he's just buying stuff, or maybe they are just sending it to him. He makes reviews. It is filmed in a very high quality way. He talks a lot. Great channel. This guy is one of my favorites. If you are into MKBHD and you want something similar but in Japanese, this guy is the only thing I can recommend you. In short, he stole absolutely everything from MKBHD, like absolutely everything. But at the same time, it's interesting to watch. Like really, it is interesting to watch. This Tesla review was really interesting. All his tech reviews are also very interesting. The only thing is, I really wish he would make his videos longer, because it is usually 10 minutes long. Takomaru, if the channel that I talked about previously is more like MKBHD, this guy is more like Linus Tech Tips. Also tech reviews, but they have lots of like joke videos here when he buys random garbage components and builds a PC out of it, or he just buys random gaming stuff and reviews it. This is N2, maybe even N1 territory. This is fully into IT. They usually take a random IT topic and they just explain it in simple words. Very important to mention that when I say in simple words, I mean in simple words for Japanese native. So to you, it still may be very difficult. I personally understand maybe like 50% of their videos, but yeah, it is good content. They take a, I don't know, random software topic, explain it. Also, the videos are long, as you can see, 50 minutes, 40 minutes, 40 minutes. Really good channel if you're into more difficult Japanese level. Monitor Lab, as you can tell, it is all about monitors. I guess if you're into monitors and you want to check monitors reviews, check him. I think I even created subtitles for some of his videos. Let me check. Not just for some of his videos, I created subtitles for over 100 of his videos. I don't even remember why I did it, but yeah, 100 high quality AI generated subtitles for his 100 videos. Yeah, if you are into this, you can check it out. Seto Koji, I must mention him. Everyone knows this guy, and he has... wait, this is 1 million. For some reason, I thought this is 100,000. Yeah, he has 1 million, over 1 million subscribers. He makes tech reviews. He acts like a kid a lot, and we return to the same problem. Japanese people on YouTube, they like acting in a really stupid way, yet even so I really hate the way he acts. His reviews are genuinely really good. This chair review was really good, this headphones reviews are really good, this smart glasses reviews are really good. All reviews he makes are actually interesting to watch. Really good content. This guy, whose nickname I cannot even pronounce, I assume this is his name. Again, tech reviews, more underground, I guess. He just like takes it, shows it, and that's it. Nothing special. It's not just reviewing like most popular stuff. He also likes reviewing some underground things, like some underground Japanese-only market cameras for what, 7,000 yen. 3DBB, this guy is specifically into Blender. I recommend him not just because you may be into Blender and 3D modeling, but just because the way he comments everything. So he's creating stuff and he comments it non-stop with his regular voice. It is N3 level content, I guess, and if you are, well, into 3D modeling, I guess it will be even more interesting for you to watch. Mr.Chairs. We had Monitor Lab, now we have Mr.Chairs. You can already tell that this is about chairs. I watched some of his chairs reviews, not all of them, just some of them, but it is interesting because I myself really into, well, all the stuff, ergonomic chair stuff, gaming chairs, even so gaming chairs is just a scam. Good reviews, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour long, he talks a lot, Japanese level here is very good. Also, this is the last channel in tech category. Next, we are moving to property. There are several categories on Japanese YouTube that Japanese people are really into it. It is Minecraft, RVs, camping, traveling, and property reviews. There are lots of property stuff. Out of all property channels, I personally know this one is the best. The reason why, it's kind of hard to explain, and you're gonna get it if you try watching it. As I said before, Japanese YouTube is usually trying to be a lot like TV shows. They're always trying to be very serious, too strict, following the scripts. The reason why I like this channel a lot is because they are kind of pretending that they have a script, but then they just like completely ruin it and start joking around, some like saying some stupid bullshit jokes, some anime references. These guys are just hilarious. They not only review property in Japan, they also review it outside of Japan. They had videos from New York, from Dubai. I remember they had a couple of videos. The most popular things they do on this channel is they usually check the cheapest things you can find. Like you see, they just go and check what you can buy for the least amount of money in Japan. What we have here, like, how much is that? $50? Yes, a $50 apartment, $50 apartment, $100 apartment. When I first found this channel, I subscribed to it immediately. As you can see, I watched most of their videos because it is that fucking hilarious. It is the first Japanese channel that genuinely made me laugh. Again, property reviews, this time it is more serious, nothing special. The reason why I like them is because, as you can see, they usually review some good property. So, like some expensive houses, they talk here a lot, they use some like polite language, I guess, which is also can be helpful for language learning. This is their second channel. In here, they also review properties in this like stupid funny way, but here they usually review more serious properties, like something real. Something not for $50, but some real apartments, big houses, and so on. Yeah, I also wanted to mention this guy. Not like I watch him a lot, but he usually, just, goes to apartment, shows it, comments everything. Usually he shows small apartments, and because I'm kinda into small apartments, I guess, it may be interesting to watch. The only thing I don't like is that his videos are very short, 9 minutes, 8 minutes. Very annoying, but apart from that, interesting content in my opinion. Okay, we are finished with property, and we are moving to politics. In here I said Hirayuki. And when I say Hirayuki, I don't mean Hirayuki specifically, like specifically his personal channel. I actually mostly recommend his highlights, and he has lots of highlight channels. It is all unofficial. Just go check his highlights channels and watch all the stuff. They usually make subtitles, like some really high quality subtitles here, so you can watch it while listening. But keep in mind, Hirayuki is not N3, not N2, this is N1 level. This is the most difficult thing you can find on Japanese. The way he speaks is just insane. Not because he talks about politics, no, sometimes he talks about other stuff. It's actually mostly not about politics. People ask him all sorts of questions. but just the way he speaks them. The good thing about Hiroyuki is that he streams a lot, so he has lots of highlights, like lots of stuff. You can find so much content with him. If you are really getting into Hiroyuki, well, you can basically at one point start watching only him, and I can guarantee you, you will have content forever. This is impossible to watch everything he released. Also, interesting fact, Hiroyuki is the guy who owns 4chan. Yes, like that 4chan. He owns it. Like, you can check Wikipedia. I have no idea how this happened, but, well, yeah, apparently he owns 4chan. Naokiman Show, I added him to politics, but it is actually more like conspiracy theories. He has some actually interesting conspiracy stuff, like what he was talking here about Epstein, some stuff about billionaires. I don't know, I just like watching those like idiotic alien videos. ABEMA, OBEMA, I have no idea how to pronounce it. This is TV stuff that they upload to YouTube. Again, not N2, not even N3, and N1 level. This is only N1. Don't go here unless you are 100% sure about your Japanese level. They usually upload here different debates. It's not only about... No, usually it's not even about politics at all. It's usually just debating. So Japanese here is very difficult. They also invite Hiroyuki very often. This guy is very famous. 5 million subscribers. He makes explanation videos. I put it into politics because recently he started uploading politics and history only. However, if you search for his most popular videos, you're gonna discover that he actually tried making 3 hours long explanation of Hunter x Hunter, Evangelion, and bunch of other random stuff. Basically, his subscribers, they're just telling him that, oh, make I don't know, JoJo explanation. And he actually makes 3 hours long JoJo explanation video. Really good content. Finished with politics, moving to investments. In investments, I have only 2 channels, actually. I have this one. It is actually not only about investments, it is genuinely like about money, I guess. All of the videos on this channel are specifically about working online, where he is like explaining to poor 7-Eleven workers in Japan how to start working online, how to use their Japanese skills to make more money by working abroad. As you can see, he's just explaining like different ways to work in LinkedIn and so on. Next is this guy. Well, just history of famous people, that's all I can say. This guy, this video is actually from American YouTube. He just probably took it and translated it. Also, he made video about this guy, just explaining his life. Video about Mr. Beast was interesting. He uses lots of stupid AI background images and videos, which is kind of cringe, but apart from that, the videos are interesting because he does explain everything in lots of details. This one was very interesting. As you can see, his channel is kind of dead 5 months ago, 6 months ago, which is sad because, well, it was interesting to watch. This one, again, he just took American English explanation video about those guys that stole $200 million in crypto, and he just made the explanation in Japanese. Next is True Crime channel. He uses Soviet serial killer for his profile picture. Damn, I got fucking blocked by YouTube for watching this stuff while streaming. So yeah, if you're streaming, don't watch it. You're gonna get blocked because they show lots of true crime things when people are getting shot. They are basically translating everything. They're translating what the police is saying when police is screaming like, drop the weapon, drop the weapon. He's translating all this stuff. Actually high quality content and actually interesting to watch. True crime videos are always interesting, and here is the way you can watch it in Japanese. That was the only true crime channel I actually have, and next we are moving to minimalism. In minimalism category, I have only 2 channels. However, there are way more than 2, but I for some reason decided to mention only 2. I don't know, maybe because, well, that's the only channels I'm subscribed to. Minimalism is another topic which is very, very popular in Japanese culture. They have lots of books written about it. They have lots of channels dedicated specifically to minimalism lifestyle. This channel is one of them. As I remember, this guy just goes to different minimalist apartments and shows how they live, shows how their property looks like. They talk a lot, they comment stuff, and the second and the last minimalist channel I recommend is this one. He has only 200,000 subscribers. I thought he has more because this guy is apparently kind of famous. Everyone knows him. The whole point of this channel, usually, is him going to different apartments and helping people cleaning everything, telling them what to throw away, what to keep, and how to make their life more minimalistic, I guess. He also has some reviews sometimes, like this Tesla review. I watched it, 1 hour long video, really good video. Next, I have 7 channels in category called fan. I just put here things that I didn't know where else to put, so it's usually just fun stuff. Hajime, everyone knows him. This is the second biggest, I think this is the second biggest Japanese YouTube channel. So if you think that Hikakin is making kind of cringe kids videos, try checking Hajime. It is also cringy, I guess, but this is more serious. In particular, I like all the videos that he made regarding his huge house. He lives in this like huge, gigantic house that costs, how much it costs? 100 million yen, 200 million yen, something like this. It's like a crazy amount of money. He has a separate playlist for that. Yeah, this playlist is specifically a big list of videos where he shows and flexes with his huge ass house. Okay, I guess I must mention Hikakin. Everyone knows him. If you don't know who Hikakin is, this is #1 most popular Japanese YouTuber, basically Japanese Mr. Beast. He has one big problem. Because he's so popular, he usually tends to make content towards kids. However, he still has interesting content, some of which may look like it was made for kids, but still it was interesting to watch. Like 3 hours long video where he stays in this like, yeah, you can see this kids content mostly, but I don't know, still sometimes it is interesting. I guess my brain is just so rotten that I do actually find it interesting. This Japanese Costco video where he just shops, buys random stuff. Some of it is kind of stupid, but okay, when I say some of it, I mean most of it is kind of stupid, but I guess, yeah, if you check it out, maybe you will find something, I don't know. Otaku Tensei. I specifically wanted to mention this channel because, in my opinion, this one is the closest to Trash Taste vibes. If you're searching for a Japanese version of Trash Taste, I guess these guys are the closest. They usually make some VIP content, anime content. Next one is Kaiji. This guy is legendary, absolute fucking legend. He has only 3 videos, but these videos are amazing. These videos are just amazing, especially these two. Especially this one, damn. He told me he spent 4 months editing it. This video is just insane. It's just insane. I highly recommend you checking it out. The way he edits it, the editing is just mind-blowing, really. Most likely I will rewatch it in the future again. I think I've watched it twice already. That's how good it is. Great channel. Highly recommend you to subscribe. He has only 50,000 subscribers, but the guy deserves at least 1 million at this point. For real. Sushi Ramen, also very famous guy. He got invited into one of the Mr. Beast challenges. He usually just builds some crazy stuff and explodes it. His main selling point is that he explodes things. But in particular, I really like his videos about the school he bought. So what he did, he found an abandoned school somewhere in the middle of Japan and he purchased it. And he made a house out of it. And all the videos about the school are just amazing. It's so fun. It's so interesting. Domo. Again, yeah, so you can see the point. He usually builds something huge, then explodes it, and like just builds some crazy constructions. These 3 guys, as I understand, this is like Manzai, where they make some kind of jokes. I recommend this channel in particular because I wanted you to watch these 2 videos. It's so fucking hilarious, especially this one. When I first saw it, I was dying. I'm specifying this so much because you cannot imagine how rare it is to find something funny on Japanese YouTube. Fun is over. We are moving to self-development, to a very serious topic. This guy is making videos usually about the way you should look, the way you should like dress, the way like what perfumes you should use. On top of that, he jokes a lot, he's kind of funny. That's why I put him here. He's not trying to build this like serious Andrew Tate kind of content. No, he's just chill guy. Just a chill guy giving genuine advices. Next we have this dude. Wait, why the hell I put him into self-development? Why I put him into self-development? What? I'm not editing anything. I will keep him here. I can tell you this. He likes eating things. And when I say he likes eating things, you can kind of guess what kind of things he likes eating. Because sometimes this is just insane, what kind of things he can eat. Do not watch it while you're eating, but this guy is crazy. Crazy in a good way. I genuinely found it interesting. He gonna be the reason why we have next COVID. The Muscle TV, this guy is very famous. Everyone knows him. he makes, well, you can tell it, he makes gym content, he makes food eating content, he has some really interesting videos where he goes to the American army places, shows everything. Unfortunately, it is all in English, obviously, because his English is pretty good, but yeah, because we are here mostly to watch Japanese stuff, I highly recommend you checking out his food videos, his videos where he eats different food, he talks a lot. Nagata vlog, again, self-development, self-improvement. He's trying to be very serious and very smart, like, oh, a Sigma male grind set and all of that. But some of his advices are actually interesting and interesting to watch. And he talks a lot, he talks clear, he has high quality microphone, he films it in a very good way. This guy, I don't even remember him. Ah, yeah, I remember him now. This guy is all about studying. He makes videos about studying, like how to be motivated, how to learn things. He talks a lot. This is not very easy level. This is N2, maybe even N1 sometimes. Next, we are moving to RVs. You can guess, yeah, it's all about RVs. I have only 3 channels in here, but actually there are a lot more than this, a lot more. If you train your YouTube recommendations to show you RV channels, you're gonna be shocked how many there are. And it's all about the same logic. It's all about them showing different RVs, showing what inside, talking with the owners about how they bought it, how it feels living there, and so on. Also, this channel, it is more about not just about showing the RV, but also living there, surviving there for some time. As you can see, the videos are kind of long, really cozy. Actually, the whole point of this channel is showing like a cozy life inside of RV during winter. And the very last channel is this one. Yeah, same logic. Survival, living in RV, showing like how he buys stuff, very cozy. Showing how he also shows a lot how he cooks inside of RV, which I also find really cozy. He also has some like reviews videos, like for example in here where he just shows how people live in different RVs. And next we are moving to DIYs. People in Japan are really into DIY, especially when it comes to building your own apartments, fixing them, fixing stuff. This channel is all about fixing, well, different houses, apartments, and all of this. The reason why I recommend it, it's not just because it's DIY, but because he talks a lot. And most of the DIY channels have the same logic. They talk a lot. They have this like wall of talking, but they begin to talk and they don't stop. And they just comment. Second and the last DIY channel I'm subscribed to, this one. Let me check most popular. Oh, yeah, I remember this guy. I watched all these videos. Really good, really cozy, no editing, almost no editing. He's just like showing how he builds things. There are also, as you can see, built-in subtitles, so you can always align it to auto-generated subtitles to make sure that everything is accurate enough. My voice is fucking hurting, but I'm not stopping until I finish this list. Now we are moving to Let's Plays. I don't have many Let's Plays channels in here because I'm usually interested in particular games or VTubers. First Let's Play channel is this one, and this channel is actually the one I started with. And I actually started watching different Let's Plays, particularly with this channel. Specifically, I really liked watching his Zelda Let's Plays. I also watched almost entirely his Stray Let's Play. Where is that? Yeah, here it is, 5 episodes, and by the way, I made subtitles for all of them. Again, you can find it on my GitHub. Next, we have this guy, 1000 subscribers. No one knows about him, but the reason why I recommend him is because his voice is just wonderful. Especially I really liked watching his Hightail video. It is more like tutorial, he's just explaining some basic things, how to like play the game. His voice is really good and cozy. He's basically, yeah, just goes through the game. He has subtitles here explaining everything. And lastly, what I want to mention is Hikakin Games. Not because all his videos here are interesting. Actually, I would say most of them are not, but here he has Hikakura 2. What Hikakura 2 is? Hikakura 2 is the most popular and famous Minecraft Let's Play on the entire Japanese YouTube. It lasts for, at this point, I don't even know how long it is. I think it is 10 years old at this point. I watched maybe like first 50 episodes entirely. He has 179 in total. Hikakin is not a professional gamer, but his Japanese is very easy. And if you're just like starting with Japanese, and you're into Minecraft and you want to watch something simple but also made for Japanese viewers, I genuinely recommend you checking Hikakura too. He has like this huge playlist. And on top of that, I made my own subtitles. Where is that? Hikakin Hikakura 2. Here it is. How many episodes I have here? Is it 50? 30, 40, 41, 45. Yeah, 45 episodes. So for the first 45 episodes, which is like a lot of content, you can watch it with my subtitles, which are really accurate. Like for real, they are really accurate. You're not gonna find more accurate subtitles than mine, unless it is manually made. Finished with the Let's Plays. Now we are moving to food. Japanese people love food, like all of us, but in case of Japan, they are even more into it. This guy, no one really knows about him, but he's really good. The whole point of his channel is usually he goes to famous places like Matsuya, like to those big chains where they sell food in Japan. He just eats it while commenting everything non-stop in the background, and he creates like a lists of cheapest items in the menu, what things you should be buying to save money. I used to watch him a lot while eating, actually. I believe this is perfect content if you want to listen to Japanese while someone else is eating and commenting things. Next is this channel. This is like a CV kind of content, but I'm not sure if they're like actually showing it on CV or this is just their craziest style. The whole point here is that they usually go to some random prefectures in the middle of nowhere and they just start asking local people like, what do you usually eat? Like, do you know any famous places around here? And usually they say something and then they go film it, show different items menu that they have, and everything is like, suge! Yeah, like for example, when they show like this, what is called tempura, but it's in Okinawa and it's extremely thin. It is interesting to watch in my opinion, unironically, they make good content. I watched all these videos. I don't know why YouTube is showing that I haven't watched it yet, because I did. Next one is this guy. He is all into like gym, training, exercises, and he makes lots of cooking videos. Actually, this is the whole point of this channel. It's all about cooking. He shows meal prep, he shows like what you can cook so it's cheap and tasty. I've been watching lots of his stuff while eating, and actually some of the things he showed here, I use it myself while cooking. Like for example, I don't know, okay, it's gonna sound really stupid, but he's the first one who showed me that you can actually just add broccoli to the rice and put it in the rice cooker, and then you mix it all together and you're getting like this rice with broccoli. Yes, this is my limits of cooking. Sorry, I cannot cook anything more than that. Kevin's English Room. It's called English Room, however, it is not in English. It is entirely in Japanese. These three guys, as I understand the logic, they all live in United States. I think they're students or something like that. And the whole point of this channel is that they just order random American items, they test it, they film it, and they at the end just tell what they think about it. They also have some really interesting videos where they film inside of the supermarkets when they just go there, show random items. Again, if you're American, I assume you're not really interested into it, but to me that was a very cool thing to watch. Next is guns. Yes, this is the name of category, I just called it guns. And in this category I have only one channel. It's called Yamada, I guess. It is about airsoft guns, and this channel is just amazing. I think there are more airsoft channels on Japanese YouTube, but this one is the best. This guy is the funniest one. He's really funny. He's really original. He's really interesting to watch. I haven't watched like all his videos, but I watched a lot. It is genuinely cool stuff. As you can see, it's all about reviews. He's just reviewing random airsoft guns. Next, we are moving to the science category. In science category, I have only two channels, and I have this channel in particular because he has all this like crazy clickbait previews, but I'm telling you, if you try watching him, you're gonna understand that he's joking. Especially those videos, they're just hilarious. This one is so fucking good. This video, he explains what will happen to you if you try eating human meat, but he explains it in a funny way, yet scientific way. Lots of memes, lots of random like Japanese YouTube references, Japanese culture references. This is difficult content. It is N1, N2 level, but damn, it is so interesting. Next are these guys. Here, what we got? Here we got them explaining different scientific topics, but in simple way. It is very similar to this channel that I mentioned when they explain different computer science topics in simple way. Here they explain similar stuff, but not specifically about IT, but like in general, philosophy, history, and all of this stuff. It is not easy, again, and 1 and 2, but interesting. Oh my god, my voice hurts, and we are down to the last channel. This one is in sport category. Probably none of you will be interested in it because it's all about cycling, but just because I'm into cycling, good channel. The guy basically just builds some like expensive bicycles, shows it. They also have here challenge videos where they cycle for like this really tiny children bikes. Funny to watch, good content, perfect for cycling if you're into it, yeah. I also wanted to mention more about subtitles, about generating your own subtitles and where to get it. First of all, auto-generated subtitles, is it enough? In my opinion, it is enough, but when you're just beginning, it may be difficult. At one point, you will just get used to it, and you will just get comfortable with auto-generated subtitles. Basically, what happens with time is you kinda learn to understand where subtitle is accurate enough and where it's not accurate. So just by listening to Japanese, you can kind of tell that, yeah, this word is definitely not the one he said, or this word is the one he said. If you're a beginner, what I recommend you doing is, number one thing, just watch content with manually created subtitles. I already explained to you how to do this. Option number 2, you can use tools to generate your own subtitles. If you have powerful PC, you can consider using Vibe. Vibe is good if you don't have a powerful GPU, and you can use Subsplice. Subsplice is the software I use. It is extremely heavy, but this is the most accurate thing we have nowadays on the market. It is absolutely free. You can run it open source on your computer because it uses Whisper, and Whisper is also open source. There is also Force option in case if you have money but you don't have a powerful PC, you can consider using Migaku. Migaku, as I remember, they also have this like built-in option that allows you to generate subtitles using their own GPUs. It will cost you money, of course, you will need to pay for subscription. I don't remember how much it costs, but it is, well, a perfect thing if you actually don't have a good GPU. Okay, I think I mentioned everything. As you can see, it's already fucking dark outside, because I was filming it for so long. Damn, I don't even want to edit it. I'm supposed to finish Anki, man. Okay, I go finish Anki, because my Anki right now looks like this. I have no idea how the hell I'm supposed to finish it. It is currently 10 p.m. I am going to fucking die. Bye-bye.